Boom, boom, like a drifter, I was born.
We're gonna get this video flagged. Stop.
Shit. So hey guys, welcome to Culture Shock. Today we have a question from Clinto Beans.
Hold on. Yeah, Clinto Beans.
Clinto Beans.
Hey.
Clinto Beans, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you, Clinto.
I changed my underwear.
Oh, Clinto, that's so cute. Alright, his question is, how do you think gaming in general will evolve? And what genre of gaming do you think will get the most spotlight in the future? Alright, so, right now, shooters dominate the market.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking tired of shooting shit. I am really tired of
old.
shooting things.
It's getting old.
In a first-person perspective.
Yeah, it's getting old. Yeah, we've had, it's been sort of this just surge of shooters because, I mean, they bring in the most money.
But they've almost always brought in the most money. Ever
Yeah.
since the FPS started, it has dominated. Mm-hmm. Ever since. Like, pretty much Doom and then... What's next after Doom that really hit big?
Well, Wolfenstein hit first.
Wolfenstein,
and then Doom. I would say maybe the next big thing I remember was like Duke Nukem 3D.
Duke Nukem 3D, yeah. Oh, and then like Quake and Unreal Tournament,
Quake.
those games. Mm-hmm. Ever since that moment, that's when they took over. Up until then, it was 8-bit
Well, it was
platformers.
I mean, first-person shooter has always been like that formula works.
Yeah.
It is one of those things. It's like this formula doesn't get old. I mean, it does get kind of old.
It does, John. It does.
It will succeed, but then you'll get the urge to go back and play another one. I mean, that's just the cycle of gaming. I mean, I feel like I've had it, for a little while. Like, I just want to play action games. I'm in an action game mood.
Yeah.
Then I'll get an RPG mood, and I just want one good RPG that I can play for 100 hours. And then I want something actiony again, or I want something artsy like Braid. I want a puzzle game.
Yeah. So
you bounce around.
So, John, what do you think will be the next big thing after the shooter genre has died down? Which I think it is on its way.
Maybe
downturning. Like, I think in the beginning it was hard to do a shooter. It was like there was only a few masters of it, and now anyone can put together an FPS, and its specialty is gone. So what's next?
I feel like the next thing is, and I'm happy to see this trend, is I think games that are going to start getting rid of the HUD.
Okay.
And kind of letting you navigate these worlds. We're getting to the point where graphics are so good and the texture quality can be so good on home consoles that I think we're going to see some more of a resurgence of games that kind of let you explore your environment and really like put a lot of weight on that. Whereas when it's hard to see, like if you're playing on a small TV and the graphic size isn't that big, we've always had something to sort of point us where to go because it is kind of confusing to figure this out. But now we're sort of moving into this new era. The TVs are bigger, the graphics are prettier.
Arguably, virtual reality.
Exactly.
That.
Yeah, exactly. So. The Oculus Rift and all these things coming down the pipe. I think we're going to see more games that sort of just get rid of all the stuff on the screen and just let the game be. Because I really enjoy that. Mm-hmm. I love playing, as I've said in past videos, Red Dead or GTA without the HUD.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed was a blast without the HUD for the few hours that I did enjoy it. So, yeah, I hope to see more games lean on that.
Yeah, okay, so not a specific genre, but a more of a mentality that's coming along. Yeah, I could see that in the future. I'm obvious. The only way I'd be really interested in FPS now, like first-person games, is with the Oculus Rift technology. This might be wishful thinking, and it might be years and years down the road, but I hope that the virtual reality push is the next big thing. Yeah, as far as a genre, I think nowadays we have more things coexisting than we ever did.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it was always like, all right, platformers, and then strategy games and that kind of stuff were like, it just didn't happen. And then it was a bunch of shooters for a while and all this stuff that's been popular in fighting games. But now it's all just together. So I think the future is going to be a hodgepodge of shit.
Yeah, it already is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in it.
Yeah.
Now there's so many devices. It's not, there are the big consoles, the PS4, the Xboxes. Those are great. And then you have the Nintendo, which the Wii U or whatever the hell it is that sits somewhere in between. You have the phones, you have the tablets, you have the regular PCs. Yeah. There's so many platforms now to display a game on. And gaming is going to be wildly different across all those platforms, I think, because each platform is sort of made differently and better games work. Like, I would never play Angry Birds on my PlayStation.
But you can.
For
$60, you can get all the great free games on the...
Right, it's ridiculous. But I love playing Angry Birds on a tablet because, it's made to touch it, to pull it back, and to let it go. But I like what the consoles do offer, and I always want that classical sit back, controller in hand, relax. I don't want to go away from that.
Well, I think to answer the question more directly, at least to me, in the past, you've always been able to see the top thing, which is, Halo, then Call of Duty, and then, you know, whatever's next. I think that instead of having something be the next big spotlight kind of thing, like, oh, look at that, Titanfall's now on top of the mountain, it'll just be everything kind of coexisting. I mean, there will obviously be stuff that's a little more popular, but maybe that's why nothing's taken over since Call of Duty.
Well, video gaming's become a huge market.
Well, yeah.
I mean, just the industry itself. There's many games that can't exist and have, you know, the game makers can make a game, throw it out there, and have this game thrive with a much smaller community than is needed to just rake in billions. These game companies don't need to rake in billions. Make enough to feed your people, keep the game going, keep your consumer entertained, and then great. You can create something. You know, that's going to exist everywhere. It already sort of is happening, but I think it's just going to get more and more and more.
Yeah, and I think with the transition of casual gamers, like in the last generation, the Xbox 360, when that came out, I think gaming was still kind of considered its hardcore audience, but it was carrying over. It was starting, like, people who play just the Maddens and just that were starting to get into, like, oh, maybe Halo's kind of cool, and now Call of Duty's kind of cool. Like, those people that aren't really, like, the term of real gamer is weird, but you know what I mean. Real gamer as in, like, the hardcore gamer. They were seeing just, oh, well, Call of Duty, so I'll play Call of Duty and Madden. So nowadays, those people that just came in because of the biggest thing that was there are now branching out and finding stuff that they like.
Right.
On their own,
and their kids
not following the what is the big thing anymore.
Right.
The casual people came in because of the big thing, and now they're all just kind of feathering out.
It's what gamers are. Is like everybody kind of has their niche.
Yeah, we're a bunch of freaks.
Yeah, maybe so. But I mean, everybody has a game that they lean towards. You know, some people lean towards first-person shooters. I lean towards like open-world games.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has that thing that they like more than others most of the time.
But if you do, you're wrong.
No,
everybody's stupid. Your opinion is dumb. John, you're stupid.
I know.
And so, I guess, how do you think gaming will evolve? I mean, I think we've kind of covered that. It's just, it'll branch out to even more people and just...
I think not only more people, more devices.
More devices.
More things that these things can be held on. You're always going to have your top dogs, but I think there still is room for a lot of stuff in the middle.
Indie games, all that stuff. Everything.
Indie games,
Everything. We don't fucking know. Let's be honest.
Who does?
The question is, where do we think? That's what we think.
Yeah.
But no one knows.
I also think you're going to, hopefully, as the web democratizes itself, which is already in the middle of doing, I think you'll see more stuff like people going to certain websites, like, you know, somebody making a game and distributing that game directly from their website.
I mean, that's already kind of happening with Minecraft and stuff.
I'm honestly, I don't know if there's going to be a PS5.
That's the last thing I was going to bring up.
I think there might be.
Well, with the PlayStation Now service, if they can get that working soon.
It depends on what, you know, we're in the United States. It depends on really what the country does to expand its infrastructure of just the internet in general. No, I mean, hard copies are going bye-bye. I mean, yeah, I think hard copies, unfortunately. Aww. I hate to see them go, but it is like one of those things like, will be a lot nicer just to hit a button and download it and boom, it's there. And then being able to like access it anytime in the cloud. Yep. That would be even better.
So anyways, that's what we think where gaming is going to evolve. I think that made sense. You think about the future. That made perfect sense.
I don't know. Evolution of game isn't real anyway.
Evolution? No, creationism, John.
Games were created fucking 2,000 years ago.
No, that's bullshit. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and join us in the conversation below. Also, make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date on any new videos we put out.